welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Livingston man, hit it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2-year anniversary of We All Gonna Die Wednesday. So in honor of the 2-year anniversary of the We All Gonna Die Wednesday, kicking it old school here tonight, with the cell phone, right? I mean, everything aside from take it back to the garage.
It's cold out there. I was gonna say.
Yes, it's a little try to say no. So
not yet. We're not ready.
No, I'm not. I mean, the little poofy vest is cool and all, but it's not that warm. It's not that warm. What up, everybody? Rob B, love, laugh, live, Maggie. Good to see you. Rural 2, I see in the house. Sunset, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Donald H. Hoot in the house. Johnny Preps. John Wright, good to see you. Southern Tier Prepper, good to see you, sister. Miss Metal, howdy, sister. How are you? Grit and Grace, good to see you. Grateful Preps, NJ. Hope everybody's doing well. This We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Throughout the 2 years, I've been uber careful on Wednesdays, Livingston man, just because of the fact that, you don't want to will it to be your day, right? I mean, so yeah, man, telling you. I'm a little extra careful on a Wednesday, but I don't know about you guys.
Anybody with a 5x5, I assume everything works.
Yeah, I'm hoping we're not yelling at the phone across the room. Hopefully the wireless microphones are operational. I'm sure you guys, Ghost Lincoln, appreciate it. Gypsy, good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by this evening. And in honor of the cold weather, Livingston.
Indeed, somebody just said that they want to see a new polar eclipse movie. Well, wouldn't you know?
Yeah.
We
We've been talking. We've been doing a lot of talking. Roman Prepper, good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. We've been doing a lot of talking about some more polar eclipse stuff, and we've been a good friend of the channel, Chance Paladin, author, has been helping us a little bit along this journey, and Chance, we really appreciate all your help. Fantastic job getting the creative juices flowing, and I can't wait to start filming some of this stuff, Livingston man. It's time. I mean, we kind of left everybody on a cliffhanger, and so looking forward to bringing some closure to folks. We all gonna get drunk Wednesdays. I if you got some vodka, I'll mix it up with this Red Bull for you, Pete. But other than that, I'm good, man. I'm good. Wolfang, good to see you, brother. Thank you so much for stopping by.
If our aspect ratio looks funny this evening, we're in a vertical format. Hold your phone normal.
Rob K, good to see you, buddy.
Hold your phone, because like even over here, like that looks.
It looks weird.
Ridiculous.
It looks weird.
Mike has this idea.
Yeah.
We'll see if it works.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is how we originally did this all the way back in the day. It was so crazy.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the same, it's not the same shirt, but it's close. To the same thing, Mike had an interview with Livingston, man.
That's right. Well, I think it was a Friday Night Live, our very first live stream.
If you want to cringe so hard that you like piss yourself,
go back and watch. Yeah.
Go back and watch the old school live streams.
I kind of rewatched it. I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, we tried hard.
It's a phase that needed to happen, right? Of course, we walked into this knowing nothing. We're like, we're gonna be content creators, and we and went out there and became content creators.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
man, absolutely. Yardbird says, "Didn't you two die in the last installment of Polar Eclipse?" No. I remember, somebody put a bag over my head, and they had guns pointed at us, and I got drug away at gunpoint, and I think the Livingston man was still face down in the leaves with a gun at his back.
You may be shocked by what what's been talked about. I would stay tuned for that. It's in the works.
Yeah. I know NY Prepper has been working on the series that everything is based off of, and we've kind of been waiting for playing catch up with Greg here a little bit, because his story is unfolding, and we are indeed living in Greg's world and kind of reacting to it. Yeah, man. Yeah. So we'll navigate it. We'll navigate Greg's world.
Then season 2 in the works. Fan base, like, you know.
Yeah. If you have no idea what we're talking about,
go back.
Yeah, gotta go back in the channel.
There's a playlist in the channel, right? For
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. You can watch the individual episodes, or you can watch the thing in its entirety. I stitched all of them together, and it makes like a 45-minute mini movie almost.
It's I think they call it a novella.
Okay.
There's like a kind of a bunch of different stories kind of being told at once. And our first time out was we needed to like kind of build a foundation.
Yeah.
That we could then mine like lots of side quests and lore and whatever else off of, you know.
Yeah, different.
But listen, pro tip for y'all in the chat: just be like at everyone. I think, right? And then we can get this bullshit over with.
The Virginia Bushcrafter, good to see you, brother.
Listen, I love you, but like now y'all just one upping each other with your ats and like. Hello, everyone.
The Roaming Prepper says the reactionary movies can be cool, keeps people on their toes, and gives perspective from different characters. That's kind of the goal we were going for. Kenny Hilly Cross says, Anunnaki? Yeah, they out there, bro. They out there. Believe it. But yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to more Polar Eclipse Livingston, man. It was a lot of fun to film it. It was even more fun to put it together and see it look really awesome.
Because it's one thing to go from like Mike laying on my garage floor with like weird little lights around him and stuff, to bringing it into the studio and then seeing it and like is what we were trying to put across, did it even work?
I think so. I think so.
It was a fun time. That's what I look forward to, is the more technical aspect. We know more. We have like a upper level equipment now. I think the end result's going to be a much better experience than the first time. Like, you know, we're putting our toes in the water on that first episode, but it lays the groundwork for what you're going to see. If
some random dude.
When we're done here, I want y'all to go back and watch the Polar Eclipse playlist and
check it. I mean, if you only got time for an individual episode, cool. If you can watch the whole thing in its entirety, even better. TT1, you know we started this all as a joke, bro. This is the rag on folks like Canadian Prepper, right? Who's always talking some bullshit about a place that he don't even live in. He's just trying to sell you something. He wants you to buy his overpriced Geiger counters and his overpriced whatever it is, Canadian bedroll freaking things. Don't get caught up in it.
To quote someone in his chat, damn, you sound stupid as fuck right now.
There was definitely some. He gets absolutely roasted on X, formerly Twitter. He gets roasted on there.
It should be me.
It's hilarious.
It should have been me.
He gets it bad. Teresa Buchanan, thank you so much, sister. We really, really appreciate it. Canadian Prepper is
God.
Oh, good Lord.
Well, you know, forgive him, Father. He knows not.
Yeah, Yardbirds, I agree. Without the Roaming Prepper last night, it definitely felt like the Three Amigos. And not so much the Four Horsemen, but we tried, and you know, people get busy, man. Life gets in the way of everything awesome we want to do, doesn't it?
War is also a busy man. He's got contracts to sign.
He's got places to go.
You know,
places to go.
He's got to be all over the place, man. He's a jet setter. Him.
Yeah.
Pestilence. I mean, Pestilence. He just gets to sit there and just dole it out. He was if you missed the Horseman last night, Trent was killing
literally dropping
viewers.
Yeah.
When he waved his hand, they would leave.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a sign.
July, absolutely. The sky has been falling since the early 70s. But honestly, if you read through the headlines here, aren't going to really tell you too awful much. You have to kind of look broad for the whole story. Do you know that there was an attack on one of our aircraft carriers today?
How'd that work out?
I don't know.
I bet that whatever
I don't
it was
know.
like ceased to exist.
Yeah, but there was literally attacks launched from Yemen on the USS Abraham Lincoln and a couple of destroyers in the area. So
permission to return fire.
Listen,
like you destroyed the entire country. Well,
the videos that the U.S. military showed of their attack was like F-16s taking off from the deck, like one after the other after the other.
Those are F/A-18s or
Hornets. Super Hornets.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll get you.
You know that a lot of times.
Teresa Buchanan, good to see you.
The F/A-18 Super Hornets are flown by women pilots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some of the best.
Interesting. Good to know. See you, CV Farmer, in the building.
The Navy doesn't make those distinctions. I think I'm not up on current doctrine, boat shit, whatever. But I was learned that the killer like Navy pilots tend to be women, or at least a significant
Fit
ratio.
in those little cockpits better.
It's a desirable quality. The smaller the jockey riding the horse, right?
The faster the horse can go.
Exactly.
Yeah. Johnny Prep says supposed to have already retaliated and taken out the source. I'm sure probably before the incoming arrived, where it came from was already targeted and ready to go.
Those close-in weapon systems, they have that big like barrel that just shoots bullets. It's like, yeah, roll up on a United States Navy vessel.
Not a good idea.
Like so maybe if you're lucky, it's the last thing you hear.
Cane Corso, haven't heard anything about it. No, nothing of it. Nothing at all.
Would they neck down a 5.56 to 17? That's crazy. Didn't they already have that? Isn't it the 17 Hornet or something like that?
I don't know, man. That's crazy.
That's a hot load right there, boy. Talking about you will never break the sound barrier. You can't do it. You're never gonna get 5,000 feet per second on the muzzle. It can't happen in physics, bro. But dude, 17 down to the 5.56, that's dope.
4,300 feet per second. Good golly.
You'll never break 5,000 FPS muzzle velocity. Stop trying.
But it's stable. I mean, that's
flat trajectory.
Yeah, but
bullet drop doesn't matter when it gets there.
when it's
instantly.
A freaking laser beam.
Yeah.
When it's a laser beam. Scott Hummer says 60 watching, 34 likes. If you are watching on your mobile device, like we are broadcasting,
turn it vertical like this.
If you reach
like
up
this.
and you double tap your screen, it will absolutely like this video. There's even I think there's a share option. There's the money button. You can make sure you're in all chat. You don't want to be in the
top chat.
Top chat.
If you go in top chat, you don't even get to see like Yardbirds, J Creature.
Yeah, it hides all the good people, man. I don't get it.
Yardbirds. In the name of
some
progress.
random dude said it works now in iOS. Sweet. Heavens fire. Good to see you. Hope all is well.
Unethical research had to be performed so that we might know.
So in honor of it being so freaking
They knew what they
cold,
signed up for. Okay.
It's so cold, Livingston, man.
So cold, it's 43 degrees.
Well, it's going down into the 20s again tonight.
I refuse to bundle up
It's
because
going down to the 20s.
I don't want to acclimate myself just yet.
It's cold, man. It's cold.
I don't want to bundle like mad hard, and then when it gets cold, like I'm not bundling hard enough. Like so, I'm trying to like ease myself in. I was born in the winter. It's time for me to start.
So, if you guys didn't catch the Horseman last night, or I think it was the very end of the Horseman. I don't even know if we discussed this or not on the Horseman podcast. It might have been separate altogether. But
discussed.
Livingston, man, has decided that we need to see if we can build a super cheap ECWAC system, something that's really going to work and function like super high quality, but at Walmart prices. Function like super high quality.
But I want a super hot, like function. What I
Super
want,
function, super low price. That's the goal. I think his price point is a little on the low side. I think you're gonna need like $150. We're gonna go with, you already have the socks and the boots, right? And we're gonna go with pants and outerwear, the layers that you would add, and see how it works. Rob B says, what system? The ECWAC system, the U.S. military.
ECWCS, Extended
Uh,
Cold Weather.
warfare system, warfighter system, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
It's supposedly
What
some
do
of the warmest stuff that you can wear outside. I mean, the government spent millions, if not billions of dollars to create this system. It's a layering system, is what it is.
Yeah.
Kenny Hillycost.
It was developed in collaboration with
There it is.
professional mountaineers and outdoors people, Cabela's, like, outfitters, hunters, people who climb Everest, this, that, the other thing. And what they decided on is a 7-layer system that provides everything you could probably need down to, I believe it is -40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, to stay outside. So that's its goal, is for you to be outside regardless of the weather, all conditions. So that's the goal of this experiment. If you were to buy one of these systems, all brand new in the package, you might be able to get it for around about $1,000.
When I was lucky enough to catch because the Army did away with their the multicam stock.
Okay.
They brought in what they call their Scorpion camouflage.
Yeah, same thing as multicam, just a little different.
So then there was this huge cell. I was lucky enough to get an entire fucking, at the time, Gen 3/4 ECWAC system. There's a whole history behind this. You can look this up. ECWCS. Type it into Wikipedia. There's a whole story about it. But it's like you said, weather resistant system. Whatever
Absolutely.
is happening, there is a layer for it. There is a purpose for this.
Tuck by V says the government developed that system in anticipation of the inevitable war with Canada.
I don't see
SFDCL, good to see you.
I don't see a reason why we don't just like annex Canada outright. Like just,
Ken says, does it come in full figure sizes? I believe so.
So the way the ECWAC system works is it uses sizing logic. So whereas if you know your one standard size, the way it works, because of the bulk of the
Thank
layers.
you, some random dude. Appreciate it.
There he is. The bulk of the layers, as you pile them on, the system takes that into account and will
Size up
one
everything.
size is one size.
Appropriate, yeah.
Right.
If you wear, you don't have to size up the outer layers to compensate for the under layers. That's automatically done for you. So everything is supposed to fit with the layers underneath it. So
This is a concept called sizing logic. Maybe you've heard somebody say that. That's what that is. It is an excellent system and very lightweight. The current generation completely weighs, if you're carrying every single part of it, is like 12 pounds.
Okay.
The modular sleeping bag system, for comparison, is also about 12 pounds.
Gotcha.
They are also compatible with one another. They and will stack. So if you're wearing, like, you're rated in your clothing to 20 degrees,
Right.
then get in your 30-degree bag. Now you're rated to -10.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Sizing logic applies there as well.
So I got to be honest with you. If you guys can pick up a U.S. military sleep system and you're looking for the warmest sleeping bag that you can get for the money, buy a used one. I recommend going to buy it in person. You don't want something just shipped to you because you're going to get whatever they send you.
Unless you know it's new in the plastic and you might have to pay for that. And there's not so many of them.
No, but they are absolutely fantastic. And even if you have nothing else, if you have a U.S. military sleep system, you're going to be okay. You can just curl up in that thing on the ground and take yourself a little siesta. Rob B, Sportsman's Guide, absolutely. Check Amazon, check eBay, check Facebook Marketplace. Don't sleep on them. I've gotten a lot of great gear used on Facebook Marketplace, man.
when you're talking about this kind of stuff, what we want to prove with our Walmart expedition here is that
You don't have to pay a lot, man.
what you end up with is the real difference is kind of where it was made and what color it is. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if we can provide the same functionality,
About 12 pounds, Johnny Preps.
yeah, fully loaded, I'm pretty sure about 12 pounds.
Yeah.
What I intend to, I think, prove with this experiment is that you can pay about 10% of the price of this system
And still achieve the same
And-
goals.
because function over fashion.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that as well. But also understand this about United States military surplus gear is it was made by the lowest bidder, and in some cases
It's been used.
in some
And
cases
abused.
it is constructed by prison labor. I have a jacket that was made by the
U.S. prison industries. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. A lot of things some things are made by disabled veterans, some things are made by the blind, some things are made, whoever.
You got
So-
an arm, you can pull a lever.
That's right. That's right. Let's see. Tactically Evolving says, get you a bivy cover. You are covered. Absolutely. Those things are fantastic, man. Tuck says, I need an extremely swampy as fuck weather system. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's basic, not so much bug. Well, yeah, I'm going to call that bug out gear because the 3-layer sleep system alone, it's that Gore-Tex bag on the top. It's not a tent, but like in theory, you can withstand
I
rain
slept in
underneath it. Not comfortably, but you'll be all right.
in 2 of the bags. I did not use the Gore-Tex, and then I put the whatchamacallit over top of me, the
hell was that? Oh, I know what
the whoopee over top of everything I used.
If
the
you
2
don't know
bags,
what a whoopee is,
minus 15, man, it was awesome.
if you
It
don't know
was
what a
awesome.
whoopee is,
Slept
go
like
to
a- slept like a log.
Amazon.com right now and look up poncho liner.
Yeah.
And buy like 3 of them. Buy one
They're
of them
fantastic.
for every member of your household.
Yeah, they're
Christmas
nice.
is
It's a
a
really
promise.
nice blanket.
If you need a whoopee,
Trout Slayer, we ain't going that easy, bro.
you need a whoopee so bad. Once you get one, that shit like you remember Linus from fucking
Yeah, the
Charlie
blankie,
Brown?
man. That's it.
You gotta have a whoopee, okay? Poncho liner, otherwise known as.
That's it. Yeah, Trout Slayer, you walked in on the whoopee convo. Trout Slayer was the one who told me that you will leave your wife before you leave your whoopee.
My wife uses ours as a throw across the bed. She knows what it means to me. What's a whoopee?
Grit and Grace, yeah, it sounds like a baby blanket.
It is a
it's
baby
big,
blanket.
It's a big one. 125. Good to see you. Hope all is well, my friend. What about a Wookiee? Hey, if you got somebody hairy to cuddle up with, you're good to go, bro.
Whoopee. That's a whoopee. Poncho liner. Also, you can go the route of field jacket liner. That's a whoopee that is a shirt.
Yeah, it's stitched into a jacket. Those
And you
things are
will
awesome.
grow massively
Those
attached to
things are
that too, and you can stuff it in your cargo pocket.
Those things are great. I mean, so the gear that you need to survive outside
We're talking about the cold weather.
doesn't have to cost you a fortune, right? You look at some of the 0-degree sleeping bags, they get pretty expensive, especially if you're talking about like the down ones and things like that.
I wouldn't recommend a down sleeping bag.
No, because if it gets wet, you're in big trouble.
And it's gonna get wet because
King Corso says, I had some Wookiee, smoked it.
smoked wook.
They
Loved
live
it.
your life, bro. Live your life. But you can pick this stuff up relatively inexpensive and do just as well, go just as far, stay just as comfortable as the guy who spent a fortune on the Gucci gear. You don't need to spend a fortune.
What I intend to prove with the Walmart experiment is that functionality is the same regardless of price. Whether it's some high-powered, super cool Polar Tech Berry Amendment, gotta be made in the United States, or it's some freaking $10 fleece jacket I got from Walmart.
Yeah.
What they end up doing is keeping me warm just the same. No one is outpriced. No one is.
Yeah, no, you can totally.
Everyone can
get
have
in
this,
on it.
and it boils down to like where it was made and what color it is, And like I intend to
Yeah.
prove with our Walmart experiment that anybody can probably just.
Yeah, I think it'll be
Get a
I
hold
think
of
it'll be a
this.
fun adventure, and I think
Plus, we're gonna film live in Walmart. Are you?
You want to do
kidding
it?
me?
You want to do it live?
Well, not live. But
Well,
obviously
we could.
be in
Well,
there, like,
say we could.
they're
I mean, I don't know how good the
they're
service
gonna be
is
like,
in the
"Sir, you
big box.
Sir, you can't film here. I'm like, you're filming. How many cameras are in this Walmart? Please.
Trout Slayer said he's asked his coworkers, all vets, who still has their whoobies, and 6 said they do. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. You know, yeah, you gotta keep them. Rob B says time for whoopee weekend. I got a stuff sack for mine. I just, crunch it down real small. It's a nice little blanket.
I roll all my stuff. It stacks better. I can grab it and pull it out quick.
All right. I think the other blanket that I have that I use often is the down-filled One Tigress camp blanket that I bought. That thing's really cozy. Did you see Liz Cheney's post about basically telling everyone to garden and prep? Selling to your prepper? I did not. I've been keeping my head out of the news, man. I've been trying to just keep my head down and keep going about life and not really pay attention to it. I feel that I am prepped. I keep rotating the preps and adding a little bit here and tweaking things to better suit my needs. But if something happens, man, I just got to react to it and take the stuff that I already have and make a move. I don't need to keep adding more things that I'm not going to be able to carry if I ever had to leave. I don't want to overburden myself with stuff that I'm never going to need. You know what I mean? But I still do those odd things, the old tools, the hand drills, the big saws to, fell some firewood trees should I need.
Now the chat kind of went here, and I was going to comment. Yeah. You went so super old school, like let's call it Army. If you're old enough to remember, there's Army Navy stores. They got it's like old stuff, like our European surplus, Cold War shit. But even if
Vietnam
the price is,
era at this point.
If the price is right and it's in good shape, if the spirit moves you, grab a hold of some stuff like that. It's
it's great.
Pound for pound, it's made better. Maybe it has a little bit of that European warehouse smell to it. But remember we went to that Mohawk Army Navy when we went downstairs in their surplus bunker, and I was like.
Oh yeah, you could smell the surplus when you walk down the stairs.
I'm like, they got good stuff down there.
Yeah, we have to drive to Albany to find a surplus store. A surplus store from us is easy an hour, maybe a little further. But Rob B, yeah, surplus stores can get expensive, and you really need to know what you're looking at.
That's the problem. I know what I'm looking at, and they don't.
Tactically Evolving says I'm a big proponent of the green and black bivvy set. It would do most for anything. Absolutely.
Absolutely. The new one is essentially the same, but they use a different insulation. And now it's a
little lighter weight.
Foliage green instead of olive drab, the outer bag.
Okay.
It's foliage green. And the inner bag is Delta Gray. And it's a Primaloft insulation.
Gotcha. Chance says Digicam is my favorite. What's happening, Chance? KY Goat Man, what's good?
Pound for pound, you want to talk about camouflage. The absolute best one that won the Army's camouflage trials. One of the mods was hot on the Wikipedia things. There's a whole thing about the Army camouflage trials.
Ooh, that's a good one.
ACU, that garbage original digital pattern, not only was that straight up stolen from the Marine Corps and just they changed the colors.
Yeah, the Marine Corps one actually works good.
But it was junk. The only thing it does is somewhat hides from night vision.
Okay.
But other than that, it's there he is, get him. The Marine Corps desert pattern actually tested the best of all of them, even in woodland environments. Because how many people, you ever seen a green deer?
Yeah.
You ever seen a green deer?
No. I think I
browns and tans.
There's a few channels on YouTube who do, and I've seen NY Prepper do a few of them, camouflage effectiveness tests. So he would literally go out and put his camouflage on and lay down and then start his video.
I was doing this when you were shitting green, son.
Yeah.
Brown, tan, and white are your magic colors. Nobody ever seen a green deer. All the animals, you ever look at them besides lizards, right? But all the rest of them, all
shades of brown.
browns and tans.
Jules, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by tonight. 2-year anniversary of the We All Gonna Die Wednesday.
I also think that in every situation, instead of putting black in your camouflage,
Eric, have a great night. Thank you.
Put white in your camo instead of black. Where you're gonna put black, put white.
Mm.
There is the whole like face painting.
Right. Getting rid of your lines in your face. But you don't have to do a lot. I've seen some awesome videos from some guys hiding from themselves in like just leaves in straight brown gear, just brown, nothing else.
Yep.
Just brown.
Because ain't no green deer.
The one thing that the human eye picks up right away is movement and light. So if you have anything shiny, you're gonna get picked up right away. And if you're moving around a lot and everything around you isn't moving around, you're gonna stand out a lot. So you have to kind of move with the breeze, as they say. But that's camouflage, man. That's cool stuff.
I had thought of a couple of different theories on it. All right, so one is like you look like the environment. So you're like wearing a leaf suit, ghillie suit.
Yep. And you totally blend in like the swamp thing, right?
There is another school was like where you are very like I've been like bear hunting in the Adirondacks, and
right.
In the Adirondacks you'll be walking through the woods and there are like rock formations that are larger than life.
Absolutely.
So you, this tiny human against it, sort of disappear in its majesty. It's not exactly camouflage. I mean, if you're blending in properly, you're not seen because of the illusion behind you. Like it's a
the vastness of it.
It's a big bait and switch. It's like, oh, look at this. And
there's a little tiny guy down in the valley. Gotcha.
And then you get into sort of then there's a difference between cover and concealment and all this.
Oh yeah, totally.
And another thing I like to point out is hiding in plain sight. We're both wearing like bright orange, to some degree right now.
Yeah.
And you don't even see it.
Yeah, if you like you said, if you want to walk into some place, just put a ladder on your shoulder and hard hat on, and just walk in.
Jim
Vanish camo, says Johnny Preps. I gotta tell you, I got new camouflage patterns for hunting.
Oh yeah.
It's called Real Tree Escape.
Real Tree is still at it.
Yeah. Well, they've made some leaps and bounds in the camouflage.
Is it like fractal?
The dimension? No, it's kind of wavy and layers of browns and different like swirly kind of patterns, I would say.
You know what? No, I'm not an animal. You're talking about hunting.
Yeah.
So they use like false colors and shit to determine. Now, as a human, what I've found is those like weird fractal patterns like that. You just end up looking like a Sandman. Like you're maybe a little hard to spot, not obvious, but I see you. As soon as I got you, I can't let go. Yeah, it's like a Sandman. It still doesn't work.
Still there, but you can't really see everything. King Corso says hide from the thermo with a space blanket. I've seen umbrellas. I've actually tested the umbrella with the silver coating on the back.
Let's think of it though. All right, so you're hiding from the thermal, but you're like underneath a big piece of tin foil.
Oh,
like
you can click some random dude's link, and you can see what Real Tree Escape looks like. Do it. Boom. There it is. Yeah, that's it right there. Real Tree Escape.
Yeah, it's a little bit fractal. This is photo print like AI.
Yeah, no, this is exact. This is what I wear.
Asshole.
That's not it. That's not the camouflage.
It better not be.
No, it's that picture right there. But yeah, totally. Some random dude. Thank you so much. That's the camo pattern. That's what I wear when I go hunting. And my, obviously my big orange vest. So
that's like that ATAX sort of thing. It's a cross between digital and fractal, like blurring all the lines and shit. But what ends up happening because they're not meant to be viewed by human eyes, especially in the hunting camo. Works on a deer, they won't see you at all. You're in a
well, as long as you stay still and you hunt the wind, that's a big thing. Is hunting the wind. You can. So I've learned through my years of hunting that you can fool one sense on a deer and have them still continue on their path. So they can smell you, but if they can't see you or hear you, or they can see you but they can't smell you or hear you, you don't trigger that fight or flight in them, right? You you trigger they just keep about their business. It's something's up, but nothing's up, nothing, no danger. As soon as you trigger two of those, they're gone instantly. If they can smell you and they see you, they're out of there. So that's a big one for me. I've learned a lot about deer over the years and hunting, and always trying to play the wind, man.
This was the third one that I was searching for. I almost forgot. Is that all right? So you have like optical concealment, like you have killer camouflage. You don't look. You're not what you are.
Right.
And you have sort of background concealment, where like you are insignificant compared to what like
the backdrop,
is perceived. Third is that you are right there, but you don't look like what you are, and that's what like that weird fractal camouflage looks like. As long as you don't move, like it's like predator shit. Like as soon as he moves, you can see him, but if he doesn't, you don't.
Right. That's a big one.
Camouflage theory was a fun like hobby for me. I came up a lot.
Yeah. I think it's cool, man. You know, because some really simple things work really, really well. And some of the fancier stuff doesn't really work that well at all. And then if you you factor in the whole night vision camera capability, that takes it
Depends on
to
who you're trying to hide from.
A whole nother level, honestly. I've noticed that I first noticed it in my trail cameras. When you would walk past a trail camera, some of my camouflage didn't have patterns on it. I looked like I was wearing a big gray suit when I walked past the camera.
The Sandman effect, the infrared thing. Now, U.S. military surplus, unless it's been washed out, has the IR blockers in it.
Right.
Where the camouflage remains even in infrared illumination.
Gotcha. Kia Chris, appreciate it, my brother.
Of course, now when you're buying hunting gear and all this cool shit, optically to the eye, I can't see you, but as soon as they fly over with the drone, like it's like there he is, get him.
Yeah, you light up pretty good.
Pattern falls apart. There's rules to how this stuff works. The space blanket thing, what you need to get is a camouflaged version of that, because the thermal is the thing.
So the other pattern that that Realtree came out with is what the heck do they call it? I can't remember the name of it, but they have another one that's like it looks like forest, like deep woods. It is absolutely fantastic, and that is one of the ones that doesn't shine through the IR. When you look at it, that pattern remains, and it remains very deep and bold, unlike some of the other ones.
Also, when washing your hunting clothes, or in my opinion, all your clothes,
no UV brighteners,
free and clear detergent.
That's a big one.
You don't need any dyes. You don't need any optical.
No, there's a lot of good hunting soaps out there now too, that do a great job. No UV brighteners.
Sport Wash.
Yeah, that's one of the best ones. That's one of the OGs, Livingston, man. Sport Wash, yeah, bro. And Snow Seal. Yeah. Snow Seal. If you ain't got Snow Seal on your boots,
nothing, don't smell like nothing, don't do nothing.
Gotta have it. Yeah, man, that stuff is awesome. Like I'm stoked. This Saturday, for those of you in the great state of New Yorkistan who enjoy hunting whitetail deer, is the opening day of firearms season for deer. I'll be out there, so if you enjoy hunting videos, those will be coming really soon. And I do want to drag. You want to come hunting?
No,
you don't want to come on a hunting expedition?
I'll click the shutter.
Yeah. Well, I don't mean you don't have to. You can hunt, you can film, you can do whatever.
When?
I film myself.
This.
Well, not just one evening, you know.
Y'all call hunting. Well, I was like, y'all just sitting.
Yeah.
You just sit in a dope spot.
Well, if you want, we can just walk.
Fucking, I'm like bird dogging. Like, give me a fucking M60. I'll go find the enemy.
Yeah, I have to send some reindeer meat to Washington State. That's gonna be a tough one. But
reindeer meat?
Yeah.
To Washington.
My niece wants. She calls them reindeer. They're not just regular deer. They're reindeer, and she's been asking me for some reindeer meat for a while. Yeah.
So you're gonna go up there and you're gonna catch yourself a caribou.
That'd be cool, man. New York redneck, way too many times. Way too many times. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for stopping by tonight.
In the People's Republic of New Yorkistan, what happens on opening day of deer season is best described as fucking Vietnam.
In some places, yeah,
dude,
man. Yeah.
It's like open
Absolutely.
fire, and you're just like crawling around your house trying to get a coffee in the morning, like fucking bullets are flying through your house. Fucking.
Hi, Abby. Good to see you.
There's like all these Russians and like Italians, and they're just firing off assault rifles. They got like 50 round magazines.
I tell you what, man. Opening day.
Sound like Ma Deuce. Like
I'll try to keep
opening
count.
up.
I'll try to keep count. Opening day of how many shots I hear. There was 1 year that I counted about 400 by like 10 a.m. 400 shots.
Yo, this one guy lit off fucking 7 shots. I'm like, you fucking suck, dude.
New York redneck, good call, bro. Good call. Most of the folks come up, especially what gets
Wear
me
them bright
is,
colors, bro. Why do you think we're dressed like this?
so
Here.
new in New York this year is no more back tags. You don't have to wear back tags anymore in New York State to hunt. They actually don't want you to wear back tags because they changed the paper that the back tags are made out of. They're just regular old printer paper now. You can print your own tags now. So no more back tags. That's a big one. That's a big one. No more back tags. And the law did change. You have to wear orange. You gotta wear orange, an orange vest. There's so many inches of orange you have to wear.
Sure.
So
unless I just don't do that. And
Dan
you can't
Rose
see me
says, Mike, do you have a tack helmet? I do not. I only have like a bump helmet. It's like basically a beefed up bicycle helmet. Yeah.
For what?
For not hitting my
For
head.
deer hunting?
No, not for deer hunting. But that was for,
headbutt
doing dumb shit like
headbutt to some bitch.
riding the e-bike real fast. You know, you crash the e-bike, bro. You mess yourself up. You gotta protect the dome piece.
I have a skateboard crash helmet. I wear it on when I'm driving the zero turn at work. Whatever, dude. Till a low lying branch takes you out, fucking bonk. Like.
That's funny. That's funny. Hunter says, where I'm going, you won't hear any shots. He's going way back.
He's got like suppressors and stuff.
Redneck says, Mikey, I'm giving you my extra helmet, but only after shrooms. Oh Lord, bro, I am not a hallucinogenics guy. I got enough trouble with the reality that we're in right now. I'll stay here in the Matrix. Although they do say that 1 dose of mushrooms will improve your outlook on life for the next 7 years, Livingston.
Probably about to. Let's not get into the hallucinogenic aspect. Like now you're talking my language. Like look what it does to you. Okay, you want to be like me? You want to share my perspective? Go ahead. Take this psychedelic drugs, bro. Do that. It's good for you.
Oops says can't ride a horse, can't ride a shroom. I know. I'm like no good. Johnny Prep says I call bullshit on that. Microdosing is money, says tactically evolving. I don't know, man. I don't want to see shit move, bro.
See, I mean, if people want to chill with Livingston, man, get it. Like, listen, I've been there, bro. I took the drugs.
The drugs are working.
Look what it does to you.
Grit and Grace, I've actually heard a lot of good about the psychedelic mushrooms and what was the other one? Ketamine. Ketamine is another one that they're really helping people with.
Cat drugs.
Bro, for real, man. Yeah.
Targeted doses work. What those kind of pharmaceuticals do is rewire the neurons in the brain. They put things together that perhaps became disconnected, and you gain a different perspective. Like all of a sudden, you're presented with like an entirely different viewpoint, and like you're like, oh, like
new perspective, huh? That's interesting.
I'm telling you, look what it does to you, man. I used to be that angry kid. I used to be that fucking.
Grateful Preps, I'm with you. We'll hold hands and go on the mushroom trip together. That's it.
That one's heavy. Dextromethorphan. Who said that? Daryl. We call that DXM. Yeah, I played that. That stuff will send you. You just chug a bottle of cough syrup, essentially.
You're talking
Good
about
night.
robo
Robo
tripping?
tripping,
Good
yeah,
God,
whatever you
man,
call it,
come
yeah.
on.
Come on, what? You weren't there, dude. I seen fucking otherworldly creatures that spoke with them.
Southern Tier Prepper says, every time I get put under for anything, my fibro pain is gone for 4 to 6 weeks. That's wild.
Because it's a general anesthetic.
That's wild. That's wild.
THC
Good
and
tea.
shroom
THC and shroom cookie.
One in the chat.
Good Lord.
One in the chat. We're on my drug use.
What? I saw
it's
the
not people's right there, man. I've been there, dude. I don't do drugs, but I did drugs, if that makes sense.
Donald H. Truth says, I will stick to my weed all day, every day.
Donald's smoking that.
Live your life, bro.
Moon rocks,
Live
bro.
your, yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, ooh. God. Yeah, Redneck came in and broke it up. Hunter and says 1-1. Oh man, good times, good times. 2 years, bro. 2 years of the Wednesdays. He was the one who told me we shouldn't do Wednesdays. Yeah, we should just stick to the Tuesdays, bro.
You know, and I forever be surprised. As Wednesday was the one that took off, and so it was, you know.
Well, Wednesday is the one that we stuck with.
It's a classic example of like, you know, why don't you just let something ride and see what happens? Because I was like, well, you know, we're doing we have 2 live streams in the night.
Well, one day after day. I mean,
still do it. Now we do the Horseman and We All Gonna Die Wednesday. We All Gonna Die Wednesday turned into the hit song.
That's true.
We used to do, what was it? Totalitarian Tuesday.
Well, it was Totalitarian Tuesday, and then it transformed into Too Soon to Tell Tuesdays.
It was, at the end of the day, it was too fucking hard to fucking say Tuesday.
Yeah, there's too many T's in this tantalizing title.
That's alliteration.
Teresa Buchanan, Livingston Man just crushed that We All Gonna Die Wednesday intro.
I haven't played a guitar in like a month and a half. And I picked it up, I'm like, fuck, I forgot to play this riff real quick. Got it.
How can you not talk about tripping with a background?
I'm saying, right, come on, I'm old school.
SRD, stay safe, my friend.
Who remembers blacklight posters?
Yeah, totally, bro.
You get them tapestries and have the black lights in your room, and like,
it made me clean like crazy.
You're like, you smoked like one bowl, and all of a sudden you're like fucking
staring at the wall.
I'm a hippie person now. Listen, drugs.
Oh, Blackbird, that's so awesome. You're doing a fantastic job. Fantastic job.
I don't understand.
Oh, Blackbird does paintings, and I asked if she was taking requests, and said yes. So I sent a photo, and Blackbird is painting.
Was it this?
No, but that'd be cool, huh? We could hang it behind us on the wall.
Like just some like profound ass shit. Like we're signing the Constitution. You know, like fucking some last supper.
Chance Paladin says, Livingston, use the code Livingston10 for 10% off your next order of Fungus Among Us.
I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. That mushrooms will change your life, and the reason the Aztecs and the Maya had these lore about descending into the underworld and fighting demons and going going through it, bro, is because of like ayahuasca and like hallucinogen chemical. That's what that was an allegory of.
Okay.
4-4.
All right.
Like, I promise you, because if you have been there, you know what I'm talking about. You go in there and you go ahead and fight your like own self. Like you're in like the deep coma on these mushrooms, and you're like, you're working your way through it like you're on the Western Front, 1918, in the trenches, like trying to survive the fucking war against yourself, bro. And you come out of that different.
Oh,
that's a different perspective, hilarious. A whole different thing. Well, look what it does to you.
New York rednecks trying to change the world. Joy Calhoun, I couldn't agree more. Grow food. I was blowing leaves the other day. The town comes around and picks up all the leaves, you know. So I'm blowing all the leaves out to the edge of the road, and with the leaves go some of the cherry tomatoes that, you know, over ripened and fell off, or the chipmunks, you know, got their due. And I'm
Typical
blowing them
1%.
all down the driveway, right? And they're going down and everywhere. And I'm like, man, if I just let all these things go, you could have like a garden everywhere. There'd be tomatoes for everybody.
I knew you would set yourself up for that. You know, you deserve everything you get right now. You're talking about blowing leaves, and there they are.
Yep. Indeed they did, KP. Indeed they did. Hey, I saw 125 blowing the leaves too. So
I gave up because the wind comes from everywhere these days. Like as soon as summer was over, all of a sudden the wind comes from everywhere. They're like, turn on the fans, and I'm like, I hate it. Yeah. Leaves have only fans, exactly. Fans everywhere.
Oh,
How is
man.
it that the wind is coming from here and there at the same time? Mother Nature, everyone.
That's
I
hilarious.
love it.
Blackbird, yeah, we get so many. Well, we call them volunteer plants, right? Volunteer tomato plants. They're the ones that got away and they just pop up from anywhere. Awesome, dude. Awesome. There's nothing wrong with food just popping up out of like the ditches.
We always get pumpkins and squash growing in the damnedest places.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell is this thing? We grew a butternut squash by accident. My accidental garden, we're calling it, did
That's
better
the
than
one.
my actual garden. We grew tomatoes and butternut squash like by accident next to the house, but the entire garden
Died.
failed like completely, like for
125 and with the not many leaves, no acorns, bro. No acorns.
good. Fuck these trees. I've had about enough.
Well, I don't. You know, it's not the trees, man, that I worry about. It's the deer and the fur bearers of the woods that are gonna have a real tough winter, especially if it gets super cold.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
Welcome to New Yorkistan, motherfucker.
Yeah, tomatoes are very good at volunteering.
As a property maintenance person, I have had enough of these leaves. I'm like, all right, so what's going to happen here? 50% of these trees going to go. Goodbye.
Every other one.
If I can fit my arms around it, it goes. Okay.
Okay. So smallies.
There's a reason when you look back at history.
You gotta let the big canopy grow.
That they weren't obsessed with like fucking moving leaves all the time because they cut all the fucking trees down and they made farmland out of it.
Yeah.
My father said to me, I said, how do forests grow? My father had all dad jokes all day. I was like, how do forests grow? He's like, this happens when you don't mow your lawn, son. Control that shit. You're gonna grow your own food. Don't be like, oh, look, it's a beautiful rose bush. Because I'm gonna tell you from experience that beautiful rose bushes. I'm gonna come through in 25 years and chainsaw the fuck out of that thing. Fuck your rose bush. I don't like people that like, oh, look at this big messy tree. Oh, bit this fucking shit in walnuts all day. Are you eating the walnuts? Because fuck this tree, dude. Landscape management is the thing. If you're a homesteader, understand what you got here. Yes, maybe perhaps you're
homesteaders are so far ahead of the game.
But and I think they'll back me up here. Is messy trees like you don't need that. Also, old growth, big bad, huge trees that pose a threat to your house.
Absolutely, especially anything within felling range of the house. Winter homestead, good to see you.
What if you had in an extreme weather event, all of a sudden that big beautiful tree that's in your front yard is just like blow in your bedroom? That shit can happen.
That's
dude.
scary. I've had large branches fall on the house. Luckily, it didn't do a lot of damage, but oh man, the sound alone is terrifying. I got to be honest with you. To hear the tree breaking and then that, and you know it's coming and you don't know where because you're inside. That's scary.
Everybody, what you got to do, of course, we all gonna die Wednesday. And you know, I hope you guys know that we hope that we don't. But
oh yeah, that's the truth. We come here to find out how not to die on Wednesdays.
I think we've done pretty good here so far.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 2 years out of us so far. Hopefully more before the big kablooey, right?
What I like to point out is that in 2 years running, every week for 104 times, we've told you we are going to die Wednesday and we ain't yet, and you're still here for it, and that's what I love about y'all. because we know we all gonna die Wednesday, but we all know that we don't know which one. But if it's gonna be a Wednesday, we're gonna do it together.
That's right.
And these are the people who were like, if I'm gonna die Wednesday, I'm gonna do it here.
Chance Paladin says, because this is better than fear mongering Friday. You know it, man. You know it. It's been a blast, and there's no reason to stop, right? Just keep this bad train a rolling.
Your original idea for this was that it was to parody the fear mongering, to parody the Chicken Littles, the sky is falling.
Yeah, it's true.
We're all gonna die,
but it is super important to be prepared for almost anything, and a little bit of preparedness goes a long way. A little bit of forethought goes a long way. A little bit of planning goes a long way. And the more of it you do, the more you practice with your preps, with your stuff, the better you're going to be at it. So do the things, man. Do the things. Get out there and do the stuff. Keep on keeping on, guys. I mean, things look peachy here at home. Everybody's kind of whoosh because the election's over and there's like this big weight that's been lifted. Hunter says the EMP is coming. It totally could be.
No, it is.
Totally could be. They said that Iran's shot something up in the space right now. And they're talking all kinds of junk, man. Could be. There's still a couple. There's still Wednesday left. Livingston, man. So
all my EMP people, if you want to get a quick wet dream, is go to Wikipedia again. Look up Operation Argus. Look up Operation Argus, and
there you go.
Where they set off a nuclear device in the upper atmosphere and caused the EMP, fried stuff, burnt stuff. That's why. That was the thing that got y'all scared of EMPs. There's all sorts of cool stuff to be totally freaked out about. You can have it Argus with a U. That's right, Grit and Grace. Operation Argus.
Yeah, Argus.
Yes.
Argus.
The former. It's all been done.
It's true.
Your fears are your fears are valid. We all gonna die Wednesday. We are all going to die.
Eventually.
Wednesday.
Eventually. We're just trying to prolong the Wednesdays until that comes the next to me.
Statistically, it's going to be a Monday, but we're betting on
a Wednesday.
We're doing a 13-1 odds here.
Yeah. We're gonna bet it all on black.
We're going to shoot up the middle, we're doing red 14. All right.
Dan Rose, yep, I heard about the FEMA. FEMA is headed to Michigan with all these trailers and shit.
What happened in Michigan?
Well, Michigan's like in the center of the country, Livingston. And so if you ask me, moving 350 trailers to the center of the country for a federal emergency management agency is what I would call a smart move, because then you can get to everywhere pretty easily. I don't know. It could totally be a big nothing burger. Could totally be the next reason why we all gonna die Wednesday. Too soon to tell. But we're gonna keep an eye on it, and we'll see what's up, and hopefully we will see y'all on the next We All Gonna Die Wednesday. You can hit anything you want, but you can't stop nothing, Livingston, man. You gotta hit the guitar, and we gotta get up and run across the room and hit the phone, just like old times, right? That's it. We call this We All Gonna Die Wednesday. 104 to close. There it is. Have just been We All Gonna Die Wednesday.
Tune your guitar.